So what you think about that, Dirk,
I mean,
young
as much
Dirkia?
money he got, he need to leave that street alone.
Well,
I mean,
you saying
let's
it
just
like
say
he.
he to do with it just for his people doing it, and let's say they lied on him. They just say that he sent the hit. You feel me? They still is gonna go after him because he's a big fish. And
Well, I
that's why you
mean,
stay away from that.
we talking about the feds, bro. Like they don't they don't just say, oh well, his homeboys are just saying that he did it. Well, we about to go arrest this dude. Like, nah, man. You gotta think, man. Like the day and age we live in, you can't be using cell phones. You can't be using a car, a smart car. Like you got to use things got trackers on it, man. Like they like your car literally has like GPS and like satellite information that it lets off. Like if you get into an accident now, like they can tell like exactly how fast you were going, if you were use your brakes, or you know what I'm saying. Like all that information is like stored and computed. It's not like people have to guess things or just go off of a word. Like
Whoa, just have a triple
Dirk,
shot guilty kill.
Dirk definitely, you know, told his homeboys to go do that. Got the text messages. They got they said his homeboy wore a wire for like 12 years or some shit. Like it was something crazy, man. Like for a long time. You feel what I'm saying? And yeah, like the feds, they're not moving off of just like some hearsay. You feel what I'm saying? Not to that extent. Like them boys know what's up when they come looking for you.
Yeah, no, you're right about that. They got all their ducks in a row, at least most of
Yeah,
them got.
they're not like the regular police where they just be like, oh well, such and such said you did this.
On the some,
Yeah,
on
like
some.
they know you did it, bro. Like for a fact. The only way you getting out of it is if it's like by some kind of technicality that a lawyer seems to figure out or something. But for the most part, though, nah, you're cooked at that point.
Unless the prosecutor's just overzealous. You
Yeah,
know
I
what I'm
mean, you can
saying?
have some Young Thug case where and even that wasn't a Fed case. That was a state thing they
Yeah,
were
but
doing.
it's gonna be he gonna get a mistrial. And the Fed's gonna snatch him up.
Well, that'll be the thing. Yeah, you might get off on that state level, but yeah, the Feds they gonna have all their and make sure that they done got everything situated before they come dealing with you. You know what I'm saying? That's why when dudes hear the Feds, they be like, oh my god. When it just be some regular dudes, be like, whatever, man. We about to handle this, no problem. Oh my god, they stunned me fucking time. Like, bro, come on with the stuns, man. But yeah, yeah, bro's cooked. 'Cause, the way they do those murder for hire
Oh, he's
cases.
wearing the wire. That's news to me.
Well, yeah, they said that all that information is like public in regards to like unless they got something where they can't say the person's name or whatever because it might jeopardize the case or somebody who might get murked off for snitching or whatever type deal. But for the most part, though, most of the stuff about like what happened, like they gonna put like in the I forget what it's called, but like the paperwork that they released, not like the discovery because discovery is more for like one person and what they did. But you know what I'm talking about, right? Like how to release like the documents. Like on this time and date, this person sent a text message that said this, and then they used these funds, and we saw because that was the thing too is like he told his homeboys not to use anything that was like had his name on it, and then they knew that it was his number because like he had texted somebody however many months ago and it had said like this is Durk or whatever, right? So they knew like that the number that he was texting from was his number. It wasn't just some random person, right? But then he had texted dude. He told him he was like, "Don't when you go to do whatever." He didn't say specifically go to murk him off, but he was like, when you go to out to wherever the dude is at, don't use anything with my name on it, like use cash or whatever, or use like another card that's not like linked to me. And that's how he really got hemmed up because the dudes used his card from the record label. But like the record label don't just give you like a random card. Like they give you a card that's under your name. It's just the funds are from the record label. You get what I'm saying to you?
Yes, yes, I
But
understand
it's
how it works.
yeah, but it's
But why
still
would he
your
give
shit.
them his card?
Well, because the dudes
You know
had
what I'm
the
saying?
no, he didn't like directly hand it to him and say go commit a murder. They had his cards because that's kind of dude he is, right? Like he, you know, what I'm saying he was looking out for the homies, and you know, I guess it was dudes that like did little shit for him. Because you know, half these celebrities like they don't go out and do their own shit.
Yeah,
They
he should have gave him Cash App. Here's your Cash App cards.
yeah, but
You
that's what
know,
I'm saying is he told them. I guess he thought like they wouldn't be actually like oh and go out and use the
but he's dumb
cards.
for that because you need to expect the unexpected. He
Well,
can't.
that's what I was telling. That's what I was telling my girl when we were talking about it earlier. I was just kind of telling her, I was like, you know, that's just crazy. Like, why would you like leave something that serious up to somebody else's discretion or chance or whatever? You feel what I'm saying? Like, it
Right.
should be a situation where you you know, you if you're gonna do all that, you at least say, all right, well, here's cash, or here's you know what I'm saying, like you said, go get some like y'all go buy some cards from Walmart, and then I'll put the
Walmart, the
cash on
little
there,
Visa, Mastercard shits,
whatever,
load them
right?
up. You know what I'm saying?
I
Or
would have had
better
like
yet, just have cash.
I would have had like
Better
15
yet, just have
degrees of
cash.
separation, you know, from it. But even then, it's still like if the feds really want to track it, like, that's why I always say like follow the money. Like eventually, they can really track it back unless you just got somebody
Now,
else
I did hear that they rented out, he rented out a white BMW. And they rented out like a white car, whatever it was.
in his
You know what
name.
I'm saying? Yeah, the car that with the car that was in his name. And I said, why would they do that?
That's what I'm saying, man.
Like
Like
for
it's just
you know what it
it's
is? Let
really
me tell you
weird
the
to me.
problem
Like
with that whole
how
thing is. Right, let me tell you the problem with that whole thing is, right? The thing is that most people that's in the street, right, is they're and just you know what I'm saying? They just you know the fathers haven't even been in their life. They just miss. They ain't have no guidance. I mean, it's a whole bunch of things. They ain't like just some kids that dropped out of their last year of college, graduated college, and they say, you know, let's do some street shit because they'll be more successful. They just gotta have the heart and you know the street knowledge. You know what I'm saying? But you can gain that over time. But when you just don't know simple shit like people tracing your phone, them following the money, like it's stupid. You feel
But
me?
what's weird to me is like, all right, so I get what you're saying, right? And that's one aspect of it. But to me, that's more like the why would you do that kind of stuff to begin with, right? Like not having a father, you know, schools and stuff, not really putting the time and work into them and stuff. That's one thing. But ultimately, though, you sorry for focus for a second with this dude. But ultimately, though,
All these good things.
you know, like all your homeboys have been hemmed up before. Like I'm listening to Whack 100 and DJ Academics earlier, and you know they're talking about like they were saying that this dude Bam or whatever, OTF Bam or whatever his name is, was snitching or whatever, right? He, you know, they're talking about how he got locked up and how he didn't have court case. I'm hearing them use all these legal terms, right, that the average person is not going to be aware of because, you know, we don't usually deal with crazy stuff like that. You know, most people out here getting speeding tickets or maybe they beat somebody up or something like that at a bar or whatever. But for the most part, though, we're not out here like stuff, right? So, you know, but they're like, oh, well, if this happened, why didn't you do this or blah, blah, blah. And he's just like, oh, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? But then there was like 4 or 5 dudes where clearly them and their homeboys have been through a lot of this stuff before. So, you know, they know all like how like the law usually works on certain things. Oh, this AR is trash. Yeah, but like they know how like all this stuff usually works. Like, you feel what I'm saying to you? So like you would think like they would have a better understanding of, okay, well, the feds, they can track people's phones. They can track your location from that. They can ping it off the cell towers. You know, they're going to be able to trace back if we use somebody's credit card that has their name on it. Or even if it's like, not even has their name on it, but like if it's linked to them at all, like there's a girls or whatever, right? Like things that are kind of like common knowledge to like the average street dudes who really be in the life like that.
I think like and I do it also, but I think you also is thinking from the perspective of the mindset that like you giving them too much credit. You know what I'm saying? Like you thinking from a smart like you know standpoint. And the whole thing is with this, even the rappers that don't get caught for murder, they all make dumb decisions. You got people like, maybe let's just pit people out there, right? You got people maybe like, you know what I'm saying, that Lloyd Banks, if they can't survive being a rapper, you don't hear nothing from these guys. They don't make no money. They get mad at maybe 50 Cent or Cameron for not paying them more. See, really, when you get a chance like that to get out of the hood, you gotta save your money up and do your own thing. You know what I'm saying? You can't follow old boy for the rest, and then when you're not eating, get mad at him. You know what I'm saying? You got all this money you spending on all this jewelry, girls, or whatever. Then when they run out, you say, "Motherfucker, you can't." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
it's crazy.
Like I feel like once again, man, that's kind of like that's a whole completely different type of thing. You're talking about dudes taking money and starting businesses and stuff,
like, all these
and all
dudes
types of
make
stuff.
bad decisions.
Those kind of bad decisions though are not specific to like the rap game. All types of people make money from like 15 minutes of fame type deals, whether it be a reality TV show or like even something like content creation, stream, whatever, and they fall off, and it's like, what did you do with the money after the fact or whatever? And now they flipping burgers or something, right? You feel what I'm saying, T?
Right.
Hold on, gotta reload. But anyway, yeah. So like, I'm talking about the fact that a lot of these dudes, like they're not stupid when it comes to how cops move and how they operate and the capabilities they have, because they're regularly dealing with like this kind of stuff and getting hemmed up in these situations. You feel me? And even though they're not lawyers or anything, you don't really need to be once you've been through cases enough. And that's what I'm saying is like by listening to Whack 100 and all these other dudes, the dude OTF Bam and blah blah blah. They go through this kind of stuff all the time, in regards to getting locked up and wait, where is the chick that I hear her over here reload? Yeah, but they get locked up all the time, man. Like they're not like some people who just this is their first, rodeo or whatever.
You know what it is? Let me tell you. You know what it is? Like when it's local, like again, it's not the facts. You feel me? They don't have all the evidence when they get you. They just nab you up. They get a description, or someone says you did it. So then they lay up, and then people wind up not coming to court, or evidence get tampered with, or it gets lost, or it's just not good enough evidence. You know what I'm saying? They didn't get it. They thought they had the person. They arrested the person, but everything doesn't add up. Maybe they don't do the phone thing. It's a bunch of various. But when a person get out, they feel like, oh, like I'm unstoppable. I got away with it. I'm smart. It ain't that you was smart. It's just that they wasn't doing their job the way other people would do their job. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. You feel me? Some people think they got away with something they would have got caught with if it was maybe another person handling the case, another DA, another judge, or you know what I'm saying? So that's what happened. When people get away with things, they think they smarter than in the system. It's like you're really not. You got a group of people that just dare to bust you, especially when the feds come to get you. You know what I'm saying? You got a whole group that's assigned just to follow you around. Okay, right on. Just to follow little Durk. And you got time. And we're gonna give you money. You know what I'm saying?
I don't
You're literally
know.
sitting on the clock eating pizza, listening to phone calls and shit.
I don't know, man. I
Following
feel like it's quite the contrary, bro. Like you got so many dudes out here where they be kind of getting the feeling like they know, man. You know what I'm saying? Like dudes start getting locked up. They start, getting locked up, but like they ain't necessarily doing no time, and they get caught with some crazy shit. Like they might get caught with like a long, and then it's like, oh well, you're a felon.
No,
you got caught with an
I
AK.
agree.
Like
Some
why
people
ain't
do
you
get caught,
getting locked up,
cop
right?
out. They just don't get that much time, and they feel like, oh, I can do this.
No, I'm not. I'm not
This
saying that. I'm saying like dudes start getting locked up, and then they start making deals with the police, and it's like it's obvious to other people and shit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they coming around and like how normally talking about like stuff they did in the past and stuff like that, and all of a sudden like, yeah, you remember when we popped such and such and blah blah blah. You know what I mean? And then dudes looking at you like, why are you talking about this now? You feel me? It's like, yeah, I'm kind of stay away from such and such because
I can relate to that.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? Like, and dudes out here telling the police, oh,
years ago, why the fuck you bringing that shit up now?
Yeah, like, you wearing a wire, bro? Like, what are you doing, man?
Right.
And it's like, yo,
Right.
dudes really be out here doing that. You know what I mean? And they say,
Motherfucker
like,
that says something about you stealing a Snicker bar and Mason or some shit. You
remember when
like,
we the magazines about the corner store and shit? Like, what? Whoa, what are you doing, bro?
right. You throw some water on your ass.
Yeah, so, I mean, yeah, real shit.
Spark.
Exactly.
Spark up.
Oh, I'm like a Sparky, bro. But nah, like, dead ass, man. And I'm just saying, these kind of dudes, like, they really be out here doing this stuff, right? Like, it's not like they just the average dude who, you know, every once in a while gets into some trouble or something like that. These dudes are really about that life, right? Like, they're really out here gangbanging and stuff. You feel me? So to me, it's really weird.
I don't know. It's like, to me, it's like most of them is not smart. Yeah, you may be hard. Or
see, but there's different types of intelligence, though, man. There's different types of intelligence, right? Like, my brother-in-law, I don't consider him to be, you know, like a book smart kind of person. I don't think he would either, right? But he has a high level of intelligence when it comes to hood stuff. You feel what I'm saying? He can tell you pretty much anything about anything in regards to the hood, right? He's told me some of like the smartest stuff ever, you know, when it comes to street type deals. And he's you know, he'll get in trouble and he'll get way less time than like the average person, because he'll be the kind of dude who'll be in there telling his lawyer, like, nah, we're gonna go with this type of thing and we're gonna say this and blah blah blah. Like you know, the lawyer's just more of a formality for him, you feel me? And like I said, there's a different level of intelligence. You got some people that are intelligent enough to just not get involved in nonsense like that to begin with, and they just stay away from that life altogether, right? Whereas then you got people who they do stuff like that, which me and you might look at and say like, nah, that's not a smart thing to do. Why are you doing that? Yada yada yada. And like I said, it's different levels of intelligence. You got some people that are book smart, but they lack like common sense, right? You got some people that got really high levels of common sense, but then they lack book smarts. So like intelligence is different and can be measured in different ways, right? But that's what I'm saying is that these dudes, they're street smart in the sense that they've grown up in this. They know that life because that's their life. You know what I'm saying? Whereas you could be like a Harvard. How are you holding me hostage while I'm dead, or not dead but down? I thought you were gonna do that when people were up. I would have been done. But anyway, yeah. So you know, that's all I'm saying, man. Is that like this wasn't Durk's first rodeo? I mean, he had gotten locked up numerous times before, had felonies, all types of stuff. You know, been in the gang stuff his whole life. It wasn't like he grew up in some good neighborhood and then went to Chicago and was doing all that, blah blah blah. You know, this man had been around the block numerous times, right? Lost a lot of different people. You know, allegedly had taken a bunch of people out and stuff like that.
Yeah, if he was smart, he would have hired some porn. Like being around his people, his life, he should have knew that they was capable, like, to do some shit like that across state lines. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that they got caught so quick, they didn't even have to catch these guys a week later. I mean, didn't they get caught like the next day or some shit like that? I mean, dang.
I don't know exactly when all that happened, but I thought that was like months ago whenever they did all that stuff, whatever, and then they had just been watching them and stuff.
Yeah.
Because like I said, man, the feds are a lot different, bro.
Like it happened right away.
They not really gonna come for you for a lot of stuff, you know, right away. They're gonna like give stuff time to let it marinate and then try to get as much stuff on you as humanly possible. So even if you do kind of get off on one or two things, they still got you on all this other stuff,
it was
right?
Retaliation for King Von, you know what I'm saying? Which I understand, that's the bro and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like if we're gonna entertain that, right? It's like, not saying that we would do it, but let's just, you know, play along with that scenario. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? It was stupid how he did. Why would you, like, just like why would they have access to the business card? That's number one, right? It's nothing the dude can do to talk me into, yo, let me get that because you my man's and or you my son. Let me get I wouldn't even give it to my son. It's the business card. Okay, you get a card, now wire you some money or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even give, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even give my wife and my baby mama the business card. I wouldn't even give my mama the business card. You know what I'm saying? Because a man might manipulate my mom and empty the business card. Who knows?
No, trust me, I feel you on that. I'm just looking at it from the perspective of like it was probably a situation where his people already had the card, you know, initially just for like shopping and handling, you know, different stuff,
but that's
whatever.
They should have had something else. They shouldn't have had it initially at all. That's my whole point. He's so street smart. He should have knew better than to do that.
In this class? Yeah, no, I feel, bro, I just keep getting shot in the back. Every single time I go to ADS and somebody to shoot, I get shot in the back. That's really irritating. I don't know what it is with these late night lobbies where people just play weird as hell.
I'm trying to use this thing.
But yeah, nah, man, like the thing that's irritating to me too about the whole situation is that I feel like it's so easy to basically troll and manipulate hood dudes and stuff to get into like entertainment, content, any of that kind of stuff, because the egos are so fragile, right? Like the whole trolling with the, oh, I bet you won't slide for Vaughn type thing and all that kind of stuff, or why don't you slide for Vaughn and all this other stuff. And my thing is like, bro, you're rich, right? You're rich. You're a millionaire. I don't know how many millions he's got, but or had, you know, whatever, but you're rich, you're a celebrity, you're only gonna make more money and stuff like that. You're out here like taking care of people, getting keys to the city, you doing TV shows, all types of stuff, right? Like you go on and on and on with everything that he had going on, all this kind of stuff, right? And now you're about to spend the rest of your life in a federal prison because like murder for hire, bro, like that is some serious stuff right there, bro. Like that's up there with like, you feel what I'm saying? So they're not playing with that. They're not gonna be like, oh well, you got a really good lawyer, yeah, we're gonna let that ride, or oh, because you know you a celebrity, or we're gonna give you only like, you know, 5-6 years or something like that. Nah, bro, they're about to give you that work. You feel what I'm saying? They're talking about the death penalty or 20 years or something like that, right? So you did all that because some people were trolling you on the internet. You feel what I'm saying? Which is crazy to me because most of the people that listen to this stuff or care about it or really be like that invested in it, half the time it'd be like suburban and stuff like that. You feel what I'm saying? So imagine you just threw your life away for getting trolled by like a bunch of like suburban. You know what I'm saying? And hold on, I'll be right back.